Memories are the framework for an individual's initial understanding of a past event or idea brought forth to the present. They are important as memories shape who we are today as humans and allow people to maintain a sense of self-identity. As memories falter, these facts and ideas blur our reality, making it hard to differentiate the truth from these fabricated recollections. The Mandela effect, known for its correlation to memory loss, is a phenomenon where a group of individuals collectively misremember a niche detail about an event or idea of the past. Although there is much speculation regarding the Mandela effect and its existence, only one theory truly explains the reality of this phenomenon. This is Cadence Davis, and today I will be discussing 3 possible theories that explain the Mandela effect. In 2010, paranormal researcher Fiona Broom developed the idea of the Mandela effect after discussing the mysterious death of Nelson Mandela during a conference meeting with her colleagues. Although Mandela actually passed away in 2013, the public collectively insists the former South African president died in prison in the 1980s. Strangely enough, many people recall hearing about Mandela's death in the news in the 80s and distinctly remember seeing Graca Machel give a speech in honor of her late husband's death. In addition to the public's false memory of Mandela's death, there are several more well-known examples of this phenomenon that are causing people to second-guess their memories. Mr. Monopoly and Curious George are 2 cases where devoted board game players and cartoon watchers unmistakably remember their appearances differently than how they are depicted today. People misremember Mr. Monopoly, the mascot of the popular board game Monopoly, having a monocle, and George, the beloved monkey from the television show Curious George, having a tail. These events left the whole world confused as people felt lied to upon seeing what the characters supposedly look like compared to their memories. This caused many people to begin developing theories to try and explain the phenomenon behind the Mandela effect that was causing this collective lapse in memory among the general public. As the government integrates itself more within our society, people are beginning to theorize that a simulation is the underlying cause of the Mandela effect. Although this theory was introduced in a seminal paper written by Nick Bostrom, the plot of a 1990s movie titled The Matrix popularized the idea that we were living in a simulation. It is believed that the government has control over our every move, including our memories. This explains how memories of certain events or ideas can collectively be misremembered due to the tampering of a higher power. Theorists also believe that flaws in our system could also be the cause behind this phenomenon. If an error occurred in the simulation and the programmers fixed it, this would cause many people to have false memories of an event or idea that happened during the period of the error. As more of these instances occur, people are becoming aware that their reality is a simulation and begin to connect these false memories to the Mandela effect. Although this theory is fun to think about, it is highly improbable, as providing evidence to explain that our reality is being run by a simulation is nearly impossible. The human mind and its susceptibility to suggestion have become the leading theory behind the Mandela effect. In an interview regarding this phenomenon, Dr. Schiff says, from a neuroscience perspective, when you recall memories versus remembering them perfectly, they become influenced to the extent that they can eventually become incorrect. In theory, as the brain misremembers certain details of a memory, it begins to associate our own forgetfulness with the truth. So how does this happen if we as humans have such vivid memories of an event or idea happening? Do we simply just forget the information? Victor Moss research suggests that false memories and outside influences can cause the brain to fill in the details of an event or idea where they begin to be fuzzy, distorting their original forms. The case of Henry VIII's portrait supports this theory, as many people recall seeing an image of the former King of England holding a turkey leg in one hand printed in historical books. In actuality, this image does not exist, and research suggests that political cartoons place this memory into the minds of the general public. Outside forces like television can input false memories into people's minds and make them remember ideas that did not happen due to the spread of misinformation. This theory that the human brain and its impressionable nature are the phenomena behind the Mandela effect is probable, as it makes sense logically and is simple to understand. The theory that the world is composed of an infinite number of parallel universes is becoming popularized among the new generations to try and explain the phenomenon behind the Mandela effect. Theorists use an alleged movie made in the 1990s titled Shazam, starring David Atkins, to prove the idea that parallel universes are at fault for this phenomenon. This movie does not exist. However, a movie made in 1996 titled Kazam, starring Shaquille O'Neal, does in its place. Many people were baffled at this revelation and believed this lapse in memory happened due to an overlap of our universe with another. They believed that our memory of this movie was replaced with another universe's memory of their movie. So what does this mean exactly? Is information being transferred across worlds? Research suggests that the Large Hadron Collider, a particle accelerator used for nuclear research based in Switzerland, opened a portal between multiple dimensions upon activation in 2008. Film buffs today argue that this portal caused our realities to intermingle with others, distorting and replacing people's memories with those from the parallel universe. This theory that a multiverse is the phenomenon behind the Mandela effect is improbable, as it appeals to movie fanatics' imaginations rather than their sense of reason. Although there is much speculation regarding the Mandela effect and its existence, only one theory truly explains the reality of this phenomenon, and that is that the human mind is simply just susceptible to outside forces. This theory makes the most sense in terms of real-world application, as ideas like parallel universes or simulations are far too extreme for such a simple problem. Instances like Mandela's death, forgotten details of popular characters in movies, possible errors in the system, and interdimensional portals created by suspicious machinery can all be boiled down to false memories. These false memories are often caused by misconstrued information in the media or the human brain's faulty recollection of past events or ideas. In determining the truth behind the Mandela effect, simplicity is often the route to explain the memory loss phenomenon.